What is up, Cradix? In this video, we'll be talking about this week's Triple Money Event Week as well as the property and vehicle discounts. So in terms of changes for this week, the Squatty is now officially available for normal purchase from the WARSTOCK website. It has tons of customization and is one I highly recommend if you're looking for a new fun off-roader. But anyways, this event week is for February 4th through February 10th, 2021. The current casino podium vehicle is the Enos Paragon R Armored, so it's the armored version. This vehicle is primarily based on the 2018 Bentley Continental GT. It released about a year and a half ago with the casino update, and normally this armored version is not purchasable. The only way to usually get this car is by completing the casino penthouse missions, but now for this event week you can actually get it off the casino podium wheel. This car is in the sports class, but keep in mind that this armored version cannot be used in races. Overall, this vehicle doesn't have great armor. It's similar to the armored CEO vehicles in that sense, but it's one of the faster ones for sure. Also keep in mind that for those of you who already have the armored Paragon, yours will only have a selling value based on the upgrades you put on it. So for this week, there's really no point in selling yours and attempting to win the podium version if you already own it. So is the armored Paragon worth attempting to win by spinning the lucky wheel over and over this week? I'd say this is going to be a 50-50 split for this week for people, mainly because of the selling situation. But I guess we'll see. Let me know down below in the comments if you'll be spinning the wheel for the armored Paragon this week. So starting off with the property discounts, we have 25% off the Kasaka Submarine, which is repeating from last week, as well as 25% off select upgrades for it, which are the sonar station, guided missiles, and the weapon workshop upgrades. For those of you who still haven't purchased the Kasaka Submarine, I highly recommend it. It is needed to host the Galapagos heist, and for those of you who don't know, it is currently the best solo making money method in the game. In terms of upgrades for the Kasaka, I only recommend purchasing the Sparrow helicopter upgrade and maybe a color. Everything else isn't really all that useful in my opinion. Moving on to the vehicle discounts, we have 30% off the Entity XXR. This car is in the supercar class and unfortunately has slow handling flags, which really impacts its performance. The customization is pretty average, and it's a car I only recommend purchasing if you like the way it looks and kind of want to add it to your supercar collection. Moving on to the Severn San Andreas website, we have 40% off the SE Classic. So this car is in the compact car class and unfortunately suffers from these slow handling flags as well. It does, however, have great customization, and its proportions and detail are very accurate to its real life counterpart. Moving on to the WARSTOCK website, we have 25% off the TOREADOR. So this vehicle was released recently with the Galapagos update and is one of the best vehicles in the game. It has armor, amazing missile tracking, the submarine function, a boost that can work both above and underwater, and it also has a seating capacity of 4, which definitely helps. I highly recommend purchasing this one if you don't have it already. Next up, we have 30% off the STROMBERG, so the other submarine car, which is completely outperformed by the TOREADOR in pretty much every way. If you're going to buy one, make sure you choose the TOREADOR. Also remember that you can store either one of these two in the back of your Kasaka Submarine, which is very convenient. And that's it for vehicle discounts. Not too many for this week. I honestly expected more, but that discount on the TOREADOR is very nice for those of you who don't have it. In terms of login items, you can get this Enos Yeti forwards cap for free just for logging in this week, which is pretty cool. In terms of triple money, we have triple money NRP on the SE Classic races. Now unfortunately, it is only the SE Classic races and not all the stunt races, which is quite random to me. It sort of makes sense since we have the SE Classic on sale, but again, quite random just to put the races for that specific one on triple money and not the other ones. And lastly, we have no double money for this week. However, we do have something absolutely insane for those of you who grind the Galapagos heist. So for this event week, the Galapagos heist is paying out 50% more for the primary target and 50% more on the save cash as well, which is absolutely insane. This can make you guys over $2 million solo if done properly, and if you use the right strategies for the heist, you can complete the whole thing in about an hour. So You're basically making over $2 million solo an hour. This is just absolutely unbelievable for a legitimate money-making method in GTA. And to make it even better, the initial setup cost for the heist is free as well. So Rockstar is making it very easy for those of you who want to grind the heist this week. And don't forget guys, the Kasaka submarine is needed to do the heist. However, it is on sale as I mentioned earlier. So Rockstar is being pretty generous this week for you money grinders out there. Moving on to the Prime Gaming discounts for Prime Gaming members only. I'll leave instructions in the pinned comment how to become a Prime Gaming member if you aren't one already. So we have 70% off the Progen Tyrus. This car isn't a supercar class and isn't really competitive anymore at all. It has great handling, however it lacks in terms of acceleration and top speed. Plus the customization on this car is very minimal, came out a long time ago. Next up, we have 35% off the Annihilator Stealth. So this stealth helicopter isn't all that great in comparison to the Akula, which is a lot better in almost every way. Overall, there are much better helicopters in GTA, but if you're collecting all of them, I guess that's the main reason you'd buy the Annihilator Stealth. And lastly, for Prime Gaming, you will continue to get the sonar station upgrade for the new Kasaka submarine for free. This upgrade normally costs about 1.2 million, and getting it for free is pretty awesome. Also, don't forget guys, you're just vlogging in this week as a Prime Gaming member, you'll get a free $200,000, which is pretty cool. Again guys, if you don't save a discount on the Tyrus or the Annihilator Stealth, it's because you don't have your Prime Gaming account linked to your social club. Again, all the information on how to do that is down below in the pinned comment. And lastly, we have of course the Arthur Bandito Time Trial Davis Courts. This week's normal time trial is Vinewood Bull. I highly recommend either the Batty 801, Pariah, Italian GTO, Devest 8, Emerus, Krieger, Hakatree Drag, or the Shotaro for that time trial. And this week's premium race is the Supercar Race Business Trip. I highly recommend either the Devest 8, Emerus, or Krieger for this race. Every Friday I post a guide how to easily beat the time trials and premium race, so stay tuned for that if you're new. Anyways guys, hope this was helpful. This event week's main highlight is definitely the 50% bonus money on the Gallo Perico heist. I'm sure most of you are going to be making tons of money this week. Other than that, the podium vehicle isn't really all that great in my opinion, and the vehicle discounts were sort of okay with the Toreador, but in terms of quantity we really didn't get that many. Seems like every week we've been getting very little vehicle discounts, which is quite surprising to me. In the past, we used to get a lot of vehicle discounts every event week. Now it seems like we only get 4 or 5 every week, which does seem quite unusual. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.